The burning bush. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. Moses had grown up in the palace of Pharaoh, treated like a prince. But even though he lived in luxury, Moses never forgot that he was an Israelite. As he got older, he saw how cruelly his people were treated. The Israelites were beaten, worked to exhaustion, and had no freedom. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian hurting an Israelite slave. He became so angry that he did something very wrong. He struck the Egyptian, and the man died. Afraid of what would happen, Moses ran far away from Egypt to live in the desert. Many years passed. Moses settled in a place called Midian. He became a shepherd and married a woman named Zipporah. They had children, and Moses worked for his father-in-law, Jethro, taking care of sheep. Life in the desert was quiet and simple, but God had not forgotten Moses or his people in Egypt. One ordinary day, as Moses led his sheep through the desert, he came to a mountain called Mount Horeb, also known as the Mountain of God. As he walked, something unusual caught his eye. It was a bush, but not just any bush. It was on fire. Flames licked the leaves and branches, but the bush was not burning up. Moses blinked. "That's strange," he said aloud. "Why doesn't the bush burn?" He stepped closer to get a better look. Suddenly, a voice came from the flames. "Moses, Moses." Moses froze. "Here I am," he answered, looking around. The voice continued, "Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." Moses bent down and quickly removed his sandals. The voice said, "I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." Now Moses was afraid. He hid his face, too scared to look at the blazing bush. He knew he was standing before the Almighty God. Then God spoke again. "I have seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries. I care about their suffering, and I am coming to rescue them." Moses listened, his heart beating faster. God continued, "I am sending you, Moses, to Pharaoh. You will lead my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt." Moses gasped. "Me? Who am I to do such a thing?" he asked. "Why would Pharaoh listen to me?" God said, "I will be with you. And this will be the sign. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship me on this mountain." But Moses still wasn't sure. "What if they ask who sent me?" Moses said. "What is your name?" God answered with a powerful statement, "I am who I am. Tell them, I am has sent me to you." This meant that God is always present, always powerful, and always in control. God gave Moses more instructions. He told him to gather the leaders of Israel, go to Pharaoh, and ask him to let the people go. But Pharaoh won't say yes easily, God warned. "I will show my power with signs and wonders. Then he will let you go." Still, Moses felt nervous. But what if they don't believe me? So God gave him signs to prove his power. "Throw down your staff," God said. Moses did, and the staff turned into a snake. "Pick it up by the tail," God said. When Moses obeyed, it turned back into a staff. Then God said, "Put your hand into your cloak." When Moses did and pulled it out, it looked diseased, like leprosy. But when he put it back in and pulled it out again, it was healthy. These signs would show the people that Moses was truly sent by God. But Moses had another worry. "But God, I don't speak well. I get nervous and stumble over my words." God was patient. "Who made your mouth, Moses? Who gives people the ability to speak? I will help you. I will teach you what to say." Still, Moses begged, "Please, Lord, send someone else." So God said, "Fine. Your brother Aaron speaks well. He will help you. I will speak to you, and you will tell Aaron what to say. Go now and take your staff." At last Moses agreed. He returned home, kissed his wife and children, and set out on the mission God had given him. He was no longer just a shepherd. He was now God's chosen leader, ready to rescue his people from slavery and lead them to freedom. Moral lesson: God can call anyone, even someone who feels weak or afraid, to do great things. When God gives us a job, He also gives us the strength and help we need. Trust that God will be with you